Alonzo.
Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now, correct?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. First off, thank you so much for all you do, man, Mr. James Stewart. I really appreciate all that you do. You have a sickening work ethic. You like to serve the team. You are a servant leader. And I just love the portion that you just did on mindset. And I just appreciate the awesome edification that you just gave me. So I just wanted to give it right back to you. This is your year, the year of the harvest. So let's get it. Everybody else, welcome. I really appreciate you all. Man, this is the year for everybody that's been trying, that's been struggling, that's been trying to find a way to get it done. You know what? This is the year. I truly believe this is your year. If you believe it, they're just simple steps and process that you have to stick to. So one of the things that I learned early on is that, you know what? It doesn't matter what you're doing. You want to stick to the basics. You want to follow the system. But I honestly believe that you need a paid marketing budget. Now, some people can spend more than others. Some people, maybe it's $10 a week, whatever it is. You need a paid marketing budget. And you need to treat that budget like it's a bill. You have bills that you pay every single month. Your budget needs to be that bill. So for instance, maybe your budget is $300 a month. What you need to do is make a decision. Whatever it is, you have to make a decision, guys. $300 allocated towards this paid marketing budget, not just this month, guys, every single month for the rest of 2019. See, most people, they're not disciplined. Maybe they didn't get the results and then they quit. They give up prematurely and they stop that budget, guys. You need a budget. So I'm just going to share you guys exactly what's been working for me. So, Instagram shout outs is definitely where it's at. This is the third week of the cycle that we just started of the brand new year. And I don't know exactly how many sales I have been averaging, but less than 2 weeks, I have been able to actually get well over 60 personal PPM. So my goal, which I am very adamant about, and this is what I want to teach you all today. So this is exactly what my goal is for you all. So just give me a brief moment so you can see this exactly. Okay, watch this here. This is you. This is you. My goal for you all is 50 PPMs. So I'm going to pause here just so you guys can really understand, why I am just so excited. I got started with this opportunity just 2 years ago. And this has been the best decision that, I have ever made. My credit was horrible. Now I'm in the 800 club because of this company. Because of this company, I have been able to make ridiculous income. And so I'm going to show you how you can make the same. So the goal, guys, is 50 PPMs monthly. Now, if you are a brand new agent, my goal for you is within your first 90 days or the next 90 days, guys, you got to be consistent for 90 days straight. It doesn't matter what you do. You just have to understand you can only be, really, really consistent for 90 days straight. After that, you have to reset. But for 90 days, this is the goal. 90 days, if you are a brand new agent or if you have never done anything like this, if you've never been a top producer, this is your chance. This is what I want to show you. So this is the end goal right here. I want to show you how to get 50 PPMs. PPMs is personal protection plan for some of you guys that don't understand. So 50 sales, whether that is agents or clients. So my goal is to show you how to get 50 PPM personally and how to teach your team to do the same. So again, this is you with 50 PPM. Now also, so for the next 90 days, everybody's a brand new agent, okay? My goal is to show you how to get 10 agents. So 10 agents, I'm going to change the color here. 10 agents, 50 PPMs a piece. I want to show you guys something. For some of you guys, now what without even counting yours, most people know basic math. My goal for the next 90 days is to have so many more people with higher belief that, you know, that in faith that you can actually do this, but also a game plan and outline structure on how to get this done, okay? 500 PPMs. For some of you guys that don't know what this is level 1 R&R. So my goal, you know, we need to set new trends. You can be a sales director, regional sales director, executive sales director, and up, guys, to get 500 new PPMs so that you can become the new level 1 R&R participants. So you can go out there and get your Benz, Audi, Cadillac, but also so you can make money. Now, let's say that this was 50 PPMs of 188 sales, okay? If this was all 188 sales, watch this. I'm sorry, times 100. Guys, you would make $5,000 in income. Now, of course, this is just the upfront money. This is if it was all 188 sales, not to mention, you know, the $12 residual. So I'm going to show you exactly how to make money, but also to get your team to do the same. So here, guys, my goal is to show someone how to make an extra $600 residually. So again, this is 50 PPMs on your own effort. This is $5,000 in income, but also $600 a month residual. Guys, I found out that an extra $400, $500, or $600 will help someone keep their car and keep their home. So this is really crucial. And all you got to do is find 10 agents that want to do this. But if you have 10 agents that you can set up a game plan on how they can get 50 PPMs within the next 90 days, guess what? You are the next level 1 participants. Now, before we can even get there, this is what I really want you to see. My goal is to show you how to get your 5. Guys, this is crucial. You need retention, okay? You need retention. You got to get your 5. As we show, you know, 2 agents and 3 sales. You got to get your 5, because if you get your 5, your services are free. It doesn't matter if you're struggling right now, but guess what? Your services are free. As long as your services are free, you know, we can work with everything else. But imagine that if you can teach your team to get their 5, because I believe this is what we are lacking. And so this is why I am teaching this topic today, because this is what's working for me. And, you know, I only teach on what I have had results from. So again, the goal is to get your 5. We need every single agent. So there's almost 200 people on this call right now. Could you imagine if you had about 200 individuals in your organization, if all of them had their 5? Guys, that's 100% retention. It can be done. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to get your 5. So the reason that I believe that what I'm doing is duplicatable and that it can work, we actually just had a gentleman that's on this call, which I'm going to show you guys exactly what a shout out is, you know, just briefly, if you don't understand, and basically how, you know, what I'm doing differently to get my results. So this guy spent $5 last week and was able to get 2 188 sales and then 1 $89 sales. So guy spent $5 for a shout out on our team and was able to make over $200 from a $5 shout out. So it's just that, you know, you just have to believe that you know, that this will work for you, but you also have to have patience, because getting that first person to do a shout out for you, you know, might take a little bit of time than you expected. So here, I'm going to show you guys like some of my results and exactly what I'm doing from day to day, and exactly how I am going about to get my shout outs, and, you know, exactly what I'm doing, what's working for me, and so that you can implement the same here. So just give me one moment here so I can share my screen. So I'm sharing my screen here. Because I believe that if this can work for me, you know, this can work for you. I mean, if I'm teaching you how to get 50 within the next 90 days, and I already have over 60 in less than 2 weeks, that this means that what I'm showing you all works. So I just want you guys to see, because some people, they need to see a visual, guys. Look at this. have, you know, my goal is if you're not having results like this, that, you know, I would, you know, like to at least teach you. So we got to find a way to have duplication, because if I can do this, I had over, you know, 90 ppms in the last 5 week cycle during the month of December, the same month that your prospects are telling you that, you know, it's holiday season. But guess what, guys? We were still able to get results during that same time. So my goal is to show you how to get 100 leads a day, 700 leads a week, eventually 2,400 plus leads a month. Because the only difference with you and I is that I have more people in my pipeline than you do. Now, this was one of my best days here. I had 15 sales in one day. Now, my main goal is customer acquisition, you know, because I also want to teach you all how to have over, you know, 50 customers in your holding tank, so you never have any issues with you know, with customers. So as you can see, again, I like to show this because people have to see belief. Now I want you guys to see this, that, you know, that what I'm teaching you guys is exactly what I'm getting. So I'm just scrolling down here. What I'm teaching you are is what I'm doing. You know, I like to go after customers because, one, once you make that 188 sales, so you get paid once, and then, you know, after they make that third payment, you can actually, you know, get them to upgrade. And guess what? At my level as a vice president, so I would have made $100 initially in hopes that they get, you know, their desired results in that short period of time, that now it can upgrade to an agent, and that's $500 more. So that's a total of $600 from one person. So $600 plus. So my goal is to get as many agents as I can, so that majority of them can have results. So one of the first things that I had to modify is this here, because this is an issue that most people were having, because they're reaching out to people and nobody's getting back to them. So that's one of the caveat about trying to get that initial shout out. So through trial and error, one of our team members, he noticed that when he put the $ and put business inquiries on the initial message that we're sending out to people to see if they do shout outs, that that we have well over a 90% feedback of actually people getting back to us, you know, like immediately almost. So I think that it's because when you receive the message on your phone, you can already see what the header is. So once they see the $ and then they see this is a business inquiry, not just an average person that's probably just sending like a random message, once they see that, they actually take their time to come and check that out. So this is one of the things that we started implementing. And so what I would do, you know, this is my page here. I would actually just go on here, and then, you know, not to take you time on this, but this is how I would do my shout out. You know, I would just find an influencer. Right now, comedians are working for me. So I would definitely recommend you all to look for comedians. They're converting for me like crazy. You know, I got like 3 agents that's gonna sign up tonight, and it came from one comedian shout out. So what I would do here, you know, I would click on exactly who Floyd is following. So as you can see here, there's 197 people that he's following. So I would just click on them and see, you know, who have over 100,000, over 300,000 followers. Now, some people that might have over 100 could work, but now you have to check their engagement. So you see here, I don't care about the likes. So this person has 183 comments in 5 hours, so that's okay. But here they got 17. So, you know, so now I'm just gonna keep looking to see how consistent are the last 9 engagement. The last 9 posts. And this is exactly how I can tell who I'm gonna do a shout out with. Again, this person here has 105,000. All I wanna do is just look at their last 9 and see how consistent are they with their engagement and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you guys one of the individuals that I used to use, just so you guys can have. So this is someone that I used to use. Now you can check. Look at this here, guys. He posted something one day ago, 2,500. See, this guy was really, really good. Look at this, guys. See, they have, look at this. Look at the comments. Forget the likes. We're looking at comments here. 5,000 comments here. Look at this. 3,600 comments. These are the type of individuals that I like to do shout out with because they have engagement. That means I'm going to get a lot of leads. I actually got a bunch of sales just from this guy right here. So look at this, guys. Almost 7,000 comments. But look, he only has, you know, over 900,000 followers. So I'm just giving you guys an idea, because at first I was hesitant. I didn't know how well this page would do, because, you know, it's like, you know, just kind of like motivational stuff and like relationship stuff. So I didn't know how well it would do. But, you know, and this is, you know, I would just send out the message to them so you guys can see exactly, you know, what to send. So again, so with this person, I would simply click here, send a message, and then I would just send this message here. And who knows, they may even reply back to me like during this call. And then this is exactly what I would do to get that going. So I would simply send this message here to get them going, and then they would actually get back to me as well. Now, if someone has an email, you definitely want to click that email. Now, that's a higher chance of that conversion as well. You definitely want to make sure that you send them this particular email. But I'm just going to show you what I'm saying and what's working for me and how I'm closing out my people. So this is exactly how I would send that message out. Now back to my page here. In the past 7 days, I actually I did so many shout outs. I actually had to stop doing shout outs because I had over 13,000 people on my page in the past 7 days. And I had to stop because I was bombarded. I couldn't even get back to people in time. Again, the good news is that I have way more people than you and in my pipeline. So basically, with all these new followers, every time that they come to my page, they can simply see that, one, you know, it's consistent. There's pictures of me. You know, there's me just sharing testimonials. And then, as you know, for some of you that don't know the formula, so it's a picture of you, something motivational, and then, you know, just a testimonial. So as you can see here, the consistency. See, I post a lot. You know, so which is good. So I'm going to show you just some of the results, like from my posts. Like if I want to try to get some people in on a Saturday, you know, I would post something like this. This is super effective for me. As you can see here, I got 65 people that reached out to that. And if I want to do an agent post, you know, I would do something like this. 15 new agents needed. So here I got 25 people. So one of the things that you want to make sure that you do, you want to make sure that you that some of your posts is something that gives them a call to action, because you want to build up your foundation. So you want to have a bunch of likes. Like, you don't want to be someone that has a ton of followers, but, you know, there's no community. There's nobody really liking. Like, this one is very, very good. Like, I use this one for shout outs as well. But I want you to see something. So I use this image here, which is funny, but it's true. But, you know, but also look at what I use here. You notice that I just used something, put comment info, and I got 326 people to comment. So I can get a lot of sales from that, just from the people that are on my page. So anytime I do a shout out, I acquire new followers. My new followers will be coming to my page to come visit. So I try to keep them entertained, but at the same time, this is how I can close them. So just this here, this is a lot of leads to go through. So I'm just going to go through this again just to show you guys like some of the different examples. Like, look at this here, 354 comments right here. So again, like, you want to build up your page, but you also want to provide certain stuff that get people to engage. So I'm going to show you like another example. Watch this here. So I would post something like, for instance, you see how this one here got 757 likes, but it also got 247 comments. So one of the things that you want to do, you want to provide value. You want to provide stuff that people like to see, but you also want to get them to engage on your page. So if you look at my page, like this one says, say amen if you receive this. See, you got to tell people what to do. You got to tell people to comment. You got to tell people to just you got to tell them what to do. And most people are doing everything right, but there's no call to action. It's just like getting that prospect phone call. You just spend an hour listening to their sob story, explaining the process. But if you don't ask, hey, are you using a Visa or a MasterCard to get started today, you just wasted your time. So majority of the clients that I have, you know, my goal is not to speak to them, because I want to basically get them to sign up without me having to be on the phone. So I'm going to just scroll through my phone to see who I can find, just to show you guys what works for me. Boom. So let's try this. So somebody, so this is this lady on Saturday. So she reached out, agent, just to show you guys the transparency that exactly what I'm showing you is what I'm doing. Same thing. You know, I just basically like to get their name, city, and state so I can see where I'm going to plug them into. And also just basically give some value, just letting them know that this is a huge industry. You know, over 63 million people, you know, have bad credit, you know, less than 700, and we are looking for individuals that are interested in becoming a credit consultant. The phrase consultant, the conversion with that is higher than saying agent, so that's why we use it. And also letting people know that it requires a franchise, because you have to let people know that, hey, because they see work from home, they might think that, you know, they might be sending emails from home. So you have to qualify them. This is exactly what we're doing here. We're qualifying people, let them know, look, there is a fee assessed with this, but also look at the edification of the fee. Like, it requires you to purchase a franchise from a corporate office for a small fee. It's a small fee. You got this, you know. You can, but you'll be able to get your credit restored as well as help as earn income by helping others, but you don't do any of the legal work. FES does everything. Is this something that you think you may be interested in? Boom, she's from California. She's like, tell me more about this franchise. And then it's the same script. You know, everybody should have this. If you don't, you know, you can get it from your upline or team member. But basically just building value again, letting them know that they will be operating under a 1099 tax law, and that is 288. But you see, like, also letting them know that, you know, we have individuals that have made six figures from this opportunity and walked away from their job. Again, it's more value, because I just shared, I have a new agent coming on board, and his goal is to see how quickly he can get to $10,000 a month. So if I only told him, well, you can make an extra $100 per each client referral and this and that, he probably wouldn't have signed up. Like, you got to let people know about, you know, like the bigger perks of the comp plan that we have and stuff like that. So this is what I use. I like to get people to see my quick 1 to 10 video. Like, everybody's watching that, because most people are seeing this from their Instagram account, which is their phone. So which means that, you know, they may have 8 minutes, but if your first exposure is like a 30-minute video, I think you lost them. And so this is what works for me. And then at the bottom, you know, I just say, what time of the day are you available to get your questions answered? So this is how I have been able to get my agent. So you see here, this person goes from, you know, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then I say, you know what slot should I put you down for? So noon. So this is one of our new agents that's going to get started as well. But this is all I do. You know, now I only try to qualify as many people as I can, so I don't have to get on the phone. I only like to get on the phone when they have reviewed the information. They may have a couple questions, then I'm going to close them. So if I have 100 leads, I don't want to talk to 100 people today. I'd rather qualify 100 people, maybe talk to a handful, because I want to qualify them as much as I can. I don't want to get on the phone with someone and say, oh, I didn't know that there was a fee for this. This is why you qualify them as much as you can, so you don't have to get on the phone. But this is definitely, you know, what's working for me, and I believe that it can work for, you know, for you as well. So some of the things that I'm using for, you know, like a shout out that's working. Let me show you guys what I'm using. What I started doing a little bit differently is I would do something like this. So if I'm doing like an agent shout out, right, I would do something like this. It says, anyone that's looking for a part-time opportunity that they can do from home. So text agent to my phone number. See, what I'm doing differently is that I want them to already get the call to action on the actual image and not just on the caption. So I try to get, you know, because most people would just take a screenshot of this. This is what I'm hoping that they're doing. So they'll take a screenshot like this, right? Boom, this is them on Instagram. Like, they just took a screenshot. Now they're going to save this. Boom, they saved it. And then now they can contact me at their leisure, because some people may not even read the caption, but most will, but, you know, but some may not. So by doing this, they already got the information. My job is to relay that information. So boom, something else that one of my team members made for me. This is what I'm implementing right now. It says, don't let bad credit ruin your 2019. Text credit repair to this number. Again, this is what I'm using as my image, because I want more people to text me just so they can get the information. And if you're scrolling through your news feed, if you see something like this, I think that if you're interested in credit repair, that you're going to stop what you're doing, because you already see what I'm trying to convey. Your job is to let people know what you're trying to accomplish immediately. let people know. Don't take forever with the scripts. You know, let them know what you're trying to accomplish there. So let me back out of here. Let me check that again. Let me see if I forgot anything. But also, one of the things that that's working for me. Let me see. This is what I used to use. Again, it's just, you know, same thing, just different font, different color. But this definitely works. Now, for some of you guys that don't know what to use as far as when you're doing a shout out, like this is what I like to use. Now, you know, this one here works well. Now, for some of you guys that are still using this, so one of the things that I did differently, you got to make sure that you change this one here slightly, because it's no longer the end of the year. So you got to put, you know, it's the beginning of the year. But just, you know, just slightly, just slight modification like that is, you know, is crucial. So you just got to make sure you put this here. It's the beginning of the year. Blah blah blah. So basically, this is my customer script here. So as you can see, it says cash is king, but credit is power. So the call to action is for them to go follow me, which is good, but also to DM me now, which is basically not, you won't get everybody to leave the platform. So it's good that you give them the option to DM you on the platform that they're already on. Not everybody's going to go and text you, but also giving them the option, text credit repair to this number. Because some people may not comment because they're embarrassed about their current situation, but also at the end of this is an email. So trust me, I get a bunch of emails. So which brings me to my next point here. As you guys can see, you know, I got 15,000 followers. So because even though I slowed down from doing shout outs myself, I still got almost 6,000 people that's been to my page like the last 7 days. So I'm actually going to go to my inbox here. Well, let me check my insights first, see what kind of insights I have. So guys, look at this. So just between like, you know, just in 6 days from December 24th to December 30th, I had 820 people to click my website. And so, you know, which is very good, you know, 24 emails, 27 calls, but it also shows you what days are the best days to, that's good for me to post and stuff like that. You see here, it shows you all of that information. Over 187,000 people has reached, you know, through impressions, which is very, very good. But also this shows you, this is how I know which content to reuse, guys. Look at this. This is very crucial. Look at this. It shows that, you know, it shows how many people are interacting with these posts. That's how I always know which one to keep reusing, because I can see what my audience likes. So it's good to actually have these insights. But also, guys, the stories. You want to make sure that you keep track, that you actually post. Let me show you guys something else, right? So look at this here. Every time I come across a flyer that has an FES meeting, this is also how I get agents to sign up in different states. I share every flyer that I come across, but in my story. So look at how this person came across this flyer and she wanted to register. So I just made up something. I'm like, text Chicago RSVP to this number. So now she, you know, like she's going to this event in Chicago and she's actually super interested. So she's going to sign up as an agent. But guess what? All I did is, because I don't know where my followers are coming from or what state that they're in. So what you want to do is to make sure in your story, guys, this year, you want to focus more on your stories. So I'm going to get to my stories here in a second. So it's actually going to show me, you know, which one of my stories is working best. But also you can see that most of my my top locations are people that's in Philly, folks that's in New York, St. Louis, but it shows you, you know, this really good data. But if you check out my story, watch this. See, guys, you got to put these testimonials in your story. A lot of my signups have came from someone that saw my story. So if you look here at the bottom left, shows that about 130 people have actually, you know, watched this here. This video is crucial. You know, it looks good. People can already see a 230-point increase to someone's credit score. Of course, I'm going to listen to this. So this is why you want to put stuff like this on your stories. Watch this. I'm actually going to back up so you can see what all my stories look like. So now I like to post different pictures because one of the things that we are lacking is that we're not basically advocating like you gotta show, you know, a team of people that doesn't look just like you. That's just me. I gotta be transparent. Everybody on your team cannot look like you because you are limiting yourself on the type of prospects that, you know, that may come your way. So I like to showcase that we have a, you know, really good looking team. As you can see here at the bottom left, shows that 188 people, you know, like that. So when I see videos of people that are explaining, you know, good testimonials, you know, I would share that. So these are the things again. So I also put stuff like this in my story because somebody reading this on my story can actually comment me. And now that just started a whole dialogue, which is very, just like right now, someone just messaged me, I would love to fix my credit. Again, just putting different pictures, you know, and then this video again, you know, but just putting different stuff, the same stuff I would post, I would also put it in my story as well. You know, I just found this is pretty old, but I found it so that my new followers can see it. Again, stuff like this. So this is how I get people to comment. And this is how I have so many leads just from people texting me, but I also have so many leads from people DMing me, which is, you know, which is just insane. So I'm just showing you, you always, so with your story, you always want something that people have a call to action that they, so that's why if you want to become an agent, DM me. If your credit score starts with a, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, DM me or whatever. You want to give people that, because what happens is, watch me go on the home screen here. Watch this, okay? On my home screen, your home screen will show the top 5 people that you interact with the most. So as you can see here, that's what the story shows. So before even scrolling down, all I'm seeing is my story. So you already captivated my attention just from the stories. That's why your stories are very, very, very crucial, because I may not even scroll down to see this, but trust me, I will stop here to see, just like right now. See, I may only see the most recent post or just one post, but if I click on story, just like right now, I'm on a Jaya story, but you see how I can be captivated just on her stories without watching any. You see here, look at this, team training. These are the type of things that you want to post because people want to be part of something bigger than them. See, this is amazing. I'm glad that she did that. This is what you want to be doing. This is what you want to be doing, guys. See that? People want to be part of something like that. See, just by seeing that, if I was just going through that, I could comment, hey, what is that? So now that already starts a dialogue. So I don't know what my DM looks like, but I'm gonna check here. But just to kind of show you guys like the type of messages that I use. So this person on Thursday, you know, I typically say the same thing. If somebody doesn't have the fund, you know, I just say congratulations in advance. So this person said they would love to fix their credit score to at least 700. You know, I just say basic stuff. We can definitely assist you. Hold on, let me write that down just to show you guys just some quick training before I wrap up my part. I can definitely assist you. Let's get you enrolled. This is my favorite line, and this is my favorite line to get conversions. Let's get you enrolled so that we may get this expedited. We may get this expedited. Boom. This is what I say. Boom. And then typically folks sign up. So let me see some of my, also this is something that I wanted to show you guys. If you don't have Grow Social set up, like you are missing out on a lot of leads. The reason that I do so many shout outs is because I already know that my Grow Social is going to send this direct auto message to every single individual that follows me. And now imagine if you got 100 new followers a day that you're physically touching all 100 of them without having to manually write them. So just like this person right now, I can see at 6:17 that the Grow Social bot actually sent out this message. So as you can see my message, basically I'm just letting them know that I enjoy assisting people to start their own credit franchise. Do you know at least 5 people with less than perfect credit? If the answer is yes, I would love to connect with you. Please visit. I give my website, but I also say text credit to myself. So once they text credit, I already know I'm going to go at them at the agent angle. So just to kind of, let me see, just to kind of see, just look at this right here. So this person has messaged me, hey, I would like to know if there's any more position open for part-time and would like to fix my credit. So they sent that before they followed me. After they followed me, as you can see that my Grow Social actually sent them this message, and she says, yes, she does. So because she just told me that she does, what I'm gonna do is to get out my agent script, and then I'll just start the whole process again. So now I would just send this. Now you notice that I didn't have to reach out to this person again. If she didn't reach out to me first, as you can see, the Grow Social bot, the direct auto bot would have gotten back to her. So again, what you want to do is to find you some comedians so you can get some shout outs in. And one of the best ways to do that is sometimes this work. Sometimes, like the people that pop up are not the best, but sometimes you can actually find some comedians just by typing in comedians. And then sometimes, they could be the ones that have, maybe good engagement. Like this person only has 24,000, so I'm not going to do that. But, this person has 10,000. But sometimes you can find a good person here to do a shout out. Like this person has 48,000. But comedians, I believe, are the way to go. So, I mentioned that I use this person, like he's following 7,400 people. I'm pretty sure you can find a bunch of people just from him. That because if he does shout out, that means that the people that he follows might do shout out. That's just typically how it is, guys. So just by finding one, all you got to do is reach out to enough people until Instagram, blocks you temporarily. But this is what's working for me, and this is what's getting me my results. And I believe that you just got to, you never know. Like some of my shout out ranges from $17, $20, $105. The highest I did was $600, and that's just something that I wanted to just try. And I got so many followers. My goal was, again, is to have so many people in my pipeline. So one thing that I really want you all to see, if you don't remember anything, I want you to remember this here, okay? This is what I want you to remember. Just think about this right now. Let's just say you're probably struggling in your business. I think that it's safe to say that lead generation is the reason that maybe you're struggling and maybe that your team is struggling. Just ask yourself right now, mentally, right now, how many people on your team right now do you think are acquiring about 100 leads a week? 100 leads a week. And I like Instagram leads way better because the conversion is just that much higher, guys. You are seeing that, I have over 60 PPMs myself. What if we can get the team to do half of what I do? We would be an SVP team. We would have people that are making money, that's not complaining, that's not struggling. So I think that the lead generation is the main reason people are not doing well. Now, some people might find someone quicker to do a shout out with. Now, one of the fastest, now this is my big secret to you all. One of the fastest way to get your first shout out, right? After this call, go on Facebook, type in a post and just put in, who would you recommend for an Instagram shout out? Tag them or private message me. If you do that, someone on your friends list is doing shout out in another company, and they're going to recommend someone to you because it doesn't hurt them for you to do a shout out because you're not in the same company. So that's my biggest tip for you guys today. Who would you recommend for an Instagram shout out? Please tag them, share this post, or private message me. That'll be the fastest way for you to get someone that is probably of the highest quality to do a shout out for you. But again, back to my last question here. 100 leads a week. How many people on your team do you think have 100 leads a week? If you had 100 leads a week, now also you can have all these leads, but you got to learn how to close these people. You got to know how to pre-close and to close them. So 100 leads a week, what if, you close 5? 100 leads a week, you close 5. Well, what if I can show you how to get 100 leads a day? And now you close 5 a day. Guys, 5 a day, as you guys know the example, that's $500. Even if you use the $89 link because, you just want to get your 5, that's fine. You got to understand 5 leads, 5 people that enroll times the $12 residual, that's still $60 a month residual. That pays for my T-Mobile phone bill right now. So at least your services are free. If your service, because what's happening is that by you not teaching your team how to get their 5, this is what's happening, okay? You got this agent right here. You got this agent right here that missed the payment. Now you're no longer a field trainer. Now somebody else is no longer a senior field trainer. Now you just caused somebody else not to be a sales director. Now you just caused me, a vice president, not to requalify. So I want you guys to show you why, as just that I have a vested interest in helping you and your team. See, there's just one person here. This one person can cause everybody to crumble, which is why we got to start with this one person. So I hope that you have been able to gather, some great information from what I taught. I just want to thank you all. Thank you so much. Guys, we still have over 200 people on this call, and I just applaud you for that. It's a Monday night. I know you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to invest into yourself this year. And you know what? I think that if you implement what I just showed you, and for some of you that need more information on how to get the scripts and stuff like that, if you go to my actual page on YouTube, which I'm going to show you guys here before I end, I just want to show you guys just one last thing. Now that I just reminded myself, just one last thing, and then I'm just going to, give up my time. But I just want to show you one last tip, and I just pray that you really implement this as well, because this is crucial. This is crucial to your success. It's crucial to your business. So I'm going to go on my Instagram. If you go on my Instagram, the Coach Legend, this video right here, how to grow, these 2 videos, you just want to watch these 2 videos and it will change your life. But just watch this as well. If I'm a prospect searching for FES, if you're not popping up right here, you're losing business. If you don't have, this is just another bonus tip that I like to stress. If you don't have a video out on YouTube, if you don't have a 1 to 10 or a presentation video or just something showing somebody how they can be successful with FES, you are missing out. So I just want you to see something, right? This video right here is me, how to grow your business at the top right here. This video right here, how to acquire 100 leads, is me. Best credit repair Facebook ads is me. Look, how to get 100 clients with FES is me. So what I'm showing you is that, look at this, the best 1 to 10 presentation is me. So if you're not on here, this is how I get so many sales in addition to Instagram. If you're not on here, look at this again, how to acquire 13 customers in a week. I'm in like 5 or 6 videos here just by typing FES. So if you're not popping up, if your team members are not popping up, you are missing out. Now, just so you understand now, this video right here, this FES 1 to 10 that's at the top overview right here that says Joe Troy, that's one of my team members as well. So that means that you got to do this, but you also have to show this so that your team can do it. Now, what happens if somebody types in financial education services? Look at the very first video. This is my vice president, Bill Conley, right here. So you see, he actually just got an agent today from YouTube, someone that found him. So this is what's working for us. Again, this is me again. Just different videos. Again, this is me at the bottom here. How to really target people. Again, this is me again. So I'm just showing how to launch your business. So for some of you guys, that's like, how is he so successful? Now you see why. But I'm showing you my secrets. The key is, are you going to implement it? So thank you guys. I love you all. That's my time. Mr. James Stewart, you can take the call back.
Wow, man.
I don't know if I can hear you, Mr. James.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You're talking, but I can't hear you. I mean, your lips is moving, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Let me mute everybody, and then you unmute yourself.
All right, you hear me now, brother? Still can hear me?
I can hear you, but
But yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I can't hear you yet. But no,
Can anyone
I can't
else
hear you.
hear me?
But I mean, we can still proceed. I can't hear you. Sorry, but we can still proceed.
I can hear him. It's just static.
Now, the reason that we are all gathered here today is that we have a very, very, very special guest. He is actually the man of the hour, someone that, you know, I classify as a very, very good friend of mine. I respect this gentleman. I have the utmost respect for him. And I mean, he's just simply a servant leader. He set me down, showed me some of the things that I could do differently because I was having huge issues launching my business properly. And I believe he has one of the most stable organization in the entire company. I mean, his team, you know, because it's one thing to you know, like you get them online, but you keep them offline, and he's really a mere example of that. And he really exhibits that. They have fun together, weekly meetings every Saturday. They get together with family and kids, and they train together. They just have fun together. They travel together, and you know, when I see stuff like that, I would love to sign up all over again to be under his leadership. He is a regional vice president. You guys already know that, you know, it's just been an amazing year for him. And to me, I think that he's one of the, you know, just one of the top individuals in FES who I love to learn from. Mr. Bobby Kim, have you made it on the line, sir?
Absolutely. Can you guys hear me? Hanzo, can you hear me?
Now,
loud and clear.
Bobby Kim, or is it
awesome.
me? If you can hear him, give me a thumbs up, guys.
Gotcha.
hey, Bobby.
Awesome. Well, definitely give it back to you, Hanzo, man. Like I said, I always applaud, you know, what you've done in the short period of time within this industry. You know, obviously you just dropped nuggets. You know, if you guys didn't take notes, I'm going to tell you, you just missed out, right? On thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars this year. But I'm saying you just missed out on thousands of dollars this month. This qualifying, we got 2 more weeks left, guys. There's no reason you can't go out there and do what Hanzo just showed you, guys. And it's very, very key. That's one thing I applaud. You know, him and I were at the GoPro event. I remember we're sitting in the arena, and I watched this man sign up 5 people like in 1 hour. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. And, you know, I just wanted to applaud that because, again, Hanzo, I got much respect for you, brother. I'm definitely going to see you at the top of this deal. And, you know, one thing that what Hanzo mentioned, guys, I don't use social media, right? I didn't use social media. I just started doing shout-outs. When I seen him sign up 5 people within an hour while we're at the GoPro event last month, that's when I started doing shout-outs, guys. I literally just started. Like, my Instagram is like 800 followers, but I just started, like, posting some things. If you go to my social media, guys, I don't really post much there. See, I've been in this industry 15 plus years, guys, and I understand one thing: word of mouth advertising is it. There's one aspect of building a business. Hanzo said, bro, I'm killing it on the social media end, but I need to build on the other end, okay? And that's all I did. Now, if Hanzo could build what he's done to vice president plus by going social media, what happens when he could implement what I've done up to regional vice president without using social media? So definitely Hanzo and I speak every day. I'm picking his brain. He's picking my brain, because if you could balance that out, what do you create? You create a massive online, offline organization, right? And I'm not going to take up too much time, but here's the thing. You got to launch your business. And so you can't just rely on social media up front. And the reason why I say that, guys, is everybody that's very close to you are in your cell phone. These people mean more to you here than they do on social media. Those are not your real friends, guys. Those are not your real friends. They follow you. They might like the content that you provide, right? They may trust you just a little bit, but the people that are here, there's a reason why they're in your phone book. So all I could do is, I can't speak in theory. All I'm going to do is talk about what I did when I first got started, all right? when I got started in this deal, obviously you guys understand why every single one of us have a massive opportunity, right? Hopefully you really understand why we do. It's timing and position. I don't care if we're talking about pool noodles, all right? If we could have been the first in pool noodles, we all would make a lot of money, but obviously you got to do the business. You got to run the business. You got to expose what you're offering. The fact that everybody has to have credit and everybody just about has trouble credit, we have the solution. That's what makes us even a greater opportunity. I don't have to sell you on lotions and potions. I don't have to sell you on the idea that my energy drink is going to work faster than your energy drink, right? It's the fact that we're providing a service that everybody needs. So here's what I did, guys. Someone told me to create a list. I already knew what I was going to do. I was going to launch my business, right? But if someone told you to write a list of 40, 50 people, well, I can guarantee you have more people in your cell phone than 40, 50 people. Would you agree that everybody in your cell phone has to have credit? Absolutely. And would you agree that 80% of those people in your cell phone probably have trouble credit? So what I did is I didn't prejudge, oh, this person might need weight loss. Oh, that person don't need energy drinks, you know, she's 60 years old. No, we don't have to prejudge. The fact that if you're 18 or 80, you have to have credit. Doesn't matter what race, gender, religion. So here's what I did, guys. I wrote a list of 200 people. Right? And I still add to my list. Here's different lists that I add on to. These are leads that from start doing shout outs. These are different leads, and I'm always adding to my list. Always adding to my list, right? I'm always adding to the list. You got to keep on adding to the list. But here's the thing. Hanzo said it very perfectly, guys. How many of you guys are creating leads at least 100 a week? See, the average person don't even do 100 a month. He just showed you how you can do 100 a week. That's phenomenal. He just showed you how you can do 100 a day, right? But maybe some of you guys don't have the capital or the money to invest in shout outs. There's something called trial runs, guys. There's something called free advertising. You could post on your social media, but the most important thing, the leads are right here. They're in your phone book, right? So here's what I'm going to break down what I did. I wrote a list of 200 people. Out of the 200 people, only 130 answered the phone, all right? Out of the 130, 80 of them said, yes, Bobby, I'm open to opportunity. What is it? I said, look, all the information is going to be on this webinar or this call. And at that time, we only had a call, all right? Out of 80 people that said yes, right, I already got rid of half of it. So think about this. If you create a list, just expect half of them to be gone. So if you create a list of 50, half of them are gone. Now you're only working with 25, right? So break this down. I wrote a list of 200, 130 answered, right? 80 said yes, but guess how many people showed up to my launch? 40 people showed up. So the other 40 gave me some lame excuse. The dog ate my phone. I had to put the kids down. I forgot, blah, blah, blah. But I was intentional, guys. I knew that was going to happen. But if I knew that 80 said yes, 40 showed up, we signed up over 20 people, and that's how we hit sales director in 10 days. You can't get the sales director in 10 days or your first month by launching with 20, 40 people. You can't write a list of 40 people. That's not going to work out. It's all the law of averages, guys. It's the law of averages, right? Most people don't even talk to 100, 300 people in a year in this industry. Hanzo could showed you how you could do that in the next 3 weeks, or you could do it in the next 3 days, depending on how much you're willing to invest into your business, right? Look, amateurs pay to play. We understand that. Professionals get paid, guys. Be a professional. Go pro. Go read the books, because mindset is the most important thing you need to develop. Today, you just came to a training called Entrepreneurship University. No freshman graduates high school. No freshman graduates college. You got to go read the books. Go pro. 7 steps to becoming a professional network marketer. These are the things I did. What Hanzo just talked about is a game changer. It's like old school to new school, right? Old school, new school, okay? But guess what? This industry was built off of what I built my business off of. What Hanzo showed me is going to be a game changer for me this year, okay? It's going to be a game changer for every single one of you guys to implement it, but it's not going to get you to the very top of the company. It's not going to get you to the top of the company, because you got to learn how to create a system that's duplicatable online, that's duplicatable, right? So I look at what Hanzo's done, and that's sick, right? It's sick what he does. But then when you get someone that from Hanzo's and look at what I've done, and I don't even use social media, then he's thinking, man, that's sick, right? So how do you balance that out, guys? You got to launch your business. Most importantly, I always tell all my brand new agents, we're eventually going to post on social media. Eventually. Here's the psychology of this. If you reach out to everyone in your cell phone, some say yes, some say no. Guess what? Who cares about the no's? Go for the no's. You'll get the yeses. Now, when you eventually go on social media and you do post and you tag your friends and it reaches their friends, how does that make Hanzo feel? When he told me no, I tag him on a post and like he sees 10, 15 people of his friends commenting on my post looking to get their credit fixed or make money. What you do is you create that fear of loss, guys. See, now Hanzo, I've already reached out to him, created this sense of urgency, said, Hanzo, I thought of you first, bro. I thought of you first. I know you're a hustler. I know you're a go-getter. You open to making more money this year? That's my line. Hey, I thought of you first. You know, I know you've always been a go-getter. Are you open to making more money this year? Who says no to that, right? The first thing he's probably going to say, well, what is it? Okay? So that's how I expose my business, because once that happened, if Hanzo told me no, hey, no worries. I thought for sure you'd be open to making money, but hey, it's not for everyone. But guess what I'm going to say next? Well, hey, do you know anyone with troubled credit? So guys, no matter what, if you're aiming for the agent, you're going to get them as a client because, again, 80, 90% of people have troubled credit. So when I launched my business, I was going for agents. Why? 1% of 100 people's efforts is always better than 100% of your own. I knew with less than 30,000 reps in this company right now, you all should be relaunching your business. 2019 is harvest, right? Go plant a bunch of seeds. Don't be the hunter, be the farmer. You should be relaunching. You should be planting seeds. Why? Tax season. Right now until about May, guys, you should be planting so many seeds because when people get their tax return, they're going to be ready to get started, right? But what I did, guys, when I launched my business, once those 20 people got positioned, guess what I did? I launched them. You could ask Hanzo. You could ask any of the top leaders. They say, Bobby, how is your business so solid and you don't enroll that many people? When was the last time you guys see me enroll someone? It don't say Bobby Kim enrolled another person. Bobby Kim enrolled another person. Oh, man, Bobby's killing it. No, I don't enroll a lot of people. I know how to duplicate a lot of people. I'll take Hanzo, right? Take his network. I don't care if it's a couple hundred. I don't care if it's a couple thousand. I'm going to launch it. I'm going to taproot it. That's one thing I learned was staying off of social media, guys. Okay? I post family things, some motivation. I mean, if you go to that, you see all that stuff. I hardly ever really do all the posting until, well, if you look in the past month, yes, because of Hanzo. Alfred's been telling me this for a year. Me and Alfred talk at least once a day. He's like, bro, you should have been doing this a long time ago. He's seen right now, I got like 10 PPMs. 10 PPMs don't really ever happen for me because I'm always in depth, right? Last year, guys, all I did was travel and I was helping my business partners build, right? You build in depth. That's what creates security. They say width creates wealth, depth creates security. I was creating security. It's why my organization is solid, right? I created leaders. If you don't create leaders, right, then you're always going to be out there beating the streets. So I learned one thing, learn with intent to teach. Write this down, guys. This is very important. You got to learn with intent to teach, okay? You got to learn with intent to teach. You can't just know how to do this on your own and you don't go share it with someone else. Guess what? You're always going to be doing it by yourself. You got to learn with intent to teach so you could teach to teach. And I promise you one thing, and I told all my leaders this, if you work hard like you do at your job and you stick with the system that I'm going to talk about here in a second and you stay plugged in for the next 2 years, clear vision, by the end of 2020, we'll all be at the beach. I promise that. Why? Timing and positioning is on our side. It is our favor, okay? But you got to implement what Hanzo just talked about. You got to implement what James Stewart talked about, the mindset, okay? This business is truly 90% mindset, 10% skill set. Hanzo just talked about 5% of the skill set. I'm going to touch on the other 5%, but the 90% is up to you to go read the books. Eric Worre, Go Pro. 7 Steps to Becoming a Professional Network Marketer. Your First Year Network Marketing. Mark Yarnell, right? If you want to read entrepreneurship books, because we're all taught to become employees, well, this is something you need to work on. Your First Year in Entrepreneurship University. You need to go watch The Secret. It's on Netflix right now. You need to go listen or read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. That will get you to understand why you need to do this, not why you don't need to do this. It'll get you to understand that you'll always stay plugged in. You'll always have another stream of income because the job security standpoint is different. So when I tell you launch your business, because all that does is compresses time, right? It just compresses time, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you. So now a lot of you guys are probably saying, all right, so if I'm going to rewrite my list, what do I say to these people? So I'm going to share my screen really quick, and I have this here. All right, here. So here we go. So as Hanzo was breaking those numbers down, I love it, I love it, I love it. But here's one thing I drew out, and I was able to train this in LA, the Elite 25. See, you got to strive for 5. That's the meat and potatoes. You want to create foundation in your business. Every empire that was built had a strong foundation. You got to build that foundation. You got to strive for 5. All you got to do is teach, learn with intent to teach. So you got to learn how to get your 5, then teach how to get 5, right? So if you get 5 people that bring in 25, that's 125. That's 155 people, right? My team knows that we need to go field trainer every week, right? It's pin versus production. Don't matter that Hanzo's a vice president. Don't matter that I'm an RVP. If we don't produce, then there's no paycheck, right? But the way this compensation pays out, guys, is paid in team building. It's paid in production. So if you take a look here, guys, 155 people, if you get 155 people go field trainer this week, that's 3 agents, 2 clients. That's just 5 people, guys. Hanzo was showing you how you can do 5 people a day. 100 leads a week, that gets you 5 people a week. There's field trainer, right? Field trainer is what? 2 agents, 3 clients. 3 agents, 2 clients. However you want to look at it, 2 plus 3 equals 5, 3 plus 2 equals 5. You got to get 1,600 in volume. That should be a goal because that's always going to produce you a paycheck, right? Now break this down. 155 people at $1,600 in volume a week is $250,000. That's RVP this week, guys. How many people want to go RVP this week, let alone next year? You go RVP next year, you're doing phenomenal things. We're talking about compressing time. It's why it's so important that you launch your business. Then you launch your other people. You got to learn with intent to teach. So look at this. If that's 1 week, let's say there's 4 weeks in a qualifying month, there you go. You do $1 million in 1 month, but you can't do this by yourself. You got to move in unity. You got to move all as one. Teamwork makes the dream work, but only when the team works. But always remember, hard work outbeats talent all day, especially when talent doesn't work hard, guys. This is very key. We're not working hard. No one's out there slaving. No one's on a roof building, out in the hot sun or in the cold weather, guys. We're talking about exposing something that everybody needs, right? I think a lot of people overthink things, but if you want to compress time, you got to launch your business, right? That's one thing that my team knows. That's what we do. We launch, right? I don't care what these people say. We're just going to launch it and let them make the decision. But we know because it's credit, everyone has to have it. So look at this. If you get 155 people go field trainer, that's 250 in 1 week times 4. That's almost $1 million. You're a senior vice president this month, right? Okay. But is it going to work out just like this guy? See, I painted this picture because my dreams are crazy. Like my dreams make me scared. And I look at this like these numbers are crazy. But guess what? If half of the work was done, there you go. There's EVP. That's my next title. I'm going EVP. I had to break these numbers down to bring things to reality, to bring it to fruition, right? So if half of the work was done, that means you only get 1 agent, 2 clients, or 2 agents. We're talking about half the numbers. That's $500,000 in volume in 1 month. What if you were just 25% right? What if everybody just got 1 agent, right? Guys, we're breaking down some simple numbers, but see, I'm a numbers person. I dissected it, I reverse engineered it, and I looked at it and said, this is simple. If you look at the numbers, it becomes real, right? So you look at this, if 25% right, you're RVP, guys. This is simple math, right? And I started breaking this down because I wanted to show my team for the brand new person that signs up today. Go get your first 5. Help your 5 get 5. Now you got 30 people. Now this is the reality for if you're SD or below. Okay, if you're SD or below, look at this. Identify 5 people that want to run with you, that want to take their life and business to the next level. Now you got 30 people that go field trainer this week by implementing what Hanzo shared with you, by implementing the launch, by actually launching your business. At 30 people, that's 50,000. How many of you guys want to go ESD this month? or next month going into convention, right? That's huge, guys. That is huge. So if you look at this, that's in 1 week. If that's a 4-week qualifying month and everybody goes field trainer every single week, right? There you go. If you're an SD, right? There you go. If you're a RSD, you're basically positioning yourself to be an RVP, okay? If half of the work was done, you're a vice president. If 25% of the work was done, you're an ESD. But guys, you're not compressing time. You're not doing the law of averages, right? You're not going through the numbers. You're not planting enough seeds. You're too worried about what people say. Who cares? I'm not asking you if you got bad credit, Hanzo. I'm asking you, who do you know with trouble credit? I'm asking you, are you open to making more money? Yes or no? There's nothing to think about. No one said maybe. I said yes or no. You got to have that mentality. You got to have that posture, guys, but you got to bring that fire, that excitement, because we have something that no one ever sees. You're never going to get this opportunity ever again. I've been in this industry 17 years. I've joined 4 other companies. My last company, I was there for 3.5 years. Let me ask you this. 3.5 years I was with my last company. I only made $700 a month. How many of you guys would have stuck around for 3.5 years? I know 99% of you guys would have quit. You didn't have the mindset. See, this company will literally spoil you. I had someone tell me, man, my check was only $400 last week. I said, man, I was about to smack them upside their head. $400 in 1 week. I was making $700 in a month, and I was at that company for 3.5 years doing the same thing I'm doing in this company. So it's not by default that how we're able to go in 22 months hit RVP. It was because I paid the price. I went to the trainings. I never missed a training, right? There's 3 things that you need to write down. If you want to be successful in this industry, you got to stick to the system. You got to stay plugged in, right? Sticking to the system is what we're about to share with you in the next slide. Sticking to the system is save yourself time, energy, and money. Sticking to the system is not about you. It's about the prospect that you're sharing it with so they can do it, right? It's not about you. It's not that you don't know how to share the information. It's the fact that 90% of people don't want to go sell the information. But if you shared it and utilize our system, then 99% of the people say, well, I could do exactly what Hanzo just did. That's why it's so important on how I launched my business and I stayed away from social media, because I wanted to show people if offline was a little bit tougher, what does online end up doing? It becomes 10 times easier, right? But then if you go the easy route out, then it's 10 times harder to try to do what was normal, what the Amways and the Mary Kays and the Herbalifes and the New Skins and the Jeunesse Globals and the Organo Golds and the Monavis, right? The Tupperware companies, all these companies have been doing this way before social media came out. Guess what? That was the way of doing business. It's called kneecap to kneecap, right? Eye to eye business. That's how business is conducted. When social media came out, it handicapped people, right? But I'm telling you this, there's something special on what we have here, what Hanzo talked about, how you can implement it and take your business to the next level, right? So now we're going to talk about the system, right? How do you reach out to these individuals? You don't want to just sound like a broken record. Everybody knows how to break the ice. If I use form, it's first thing I'm going to talk about is family. Hanzo, man. If I haven't talked to Hanzo in a couple years, but I know he's a go-getter, I'm reaching out. He's on my list, right? If he's on my list, I know I'm going to be reaching out to him, right? Hanzo, what's good, bro? Hey, look, man, Bobby Kim, how you been, man? First thing I'm going to say, I'm not going to say, hey, man, you down to make money? He's probably thinking, man, I haven't talked to this guy in years. He's calling me about money, right? Ask how his family's doing. How's the family doing? I seen you had you got a new one. You know, you got a little baby on the way, all this. Just talk about family. After you talk about family, next thing you should talk about, man, what you doing for work these days? You still at the car lot? You still at whatever, right? Recreation, art, right? Hey, you still playing basketball, man? You still working at that gym? Some type of recreation message. The main reason for my call was, right? So you're breaking the ice. You're easing your way in. So very important that you go into that. But here's the system. I don't care what company it is. This is the system that created multimillionaires in network marketing. PS3, right? PS3, peak interest, right? How do you pique someone's interest? If I call them and say, hey, Hanzo, I know you've always been a go-getter. You've always been about your business, right? Hey, are you open to making more money this year? If I knew he was a salesperson, I'm going to pique his interest a little different. Hey, how many people do you see with trouble credit? All I'm doing is asking a question. Are you open to making more money this year? Hey, who do you know with less than perfect credit? Or how many people do you see with trouble credit? It's how I got a lot of car salesmen, finance managers, realtors, mortgage brokers, loan officers, property managers, insurance agents, tax agents. I got the cell phone people, cable people, Cutco knife people, Kirby vacuum sales people. Why? I piqued their interest. When I asked them how many people you see with trouble credit, 90% of the time they gave me the swear word. Are you beeping kidding me? Man, I 20, 30 a week. Really? What do you do with those people? I play dumb. What do you do with those people? None. I send them down the way. I can't do nothing with them. What if I was able to show you how to sell more cars by helping these people? Now I pique their interest. They're like, well, how? Boom. Share information. I'll share an overview. I'll do a one-on-one. I'll invite them to a local meeting. I'll get them onto a webinar. I set up a PBR. Any of those ways is a selling tool. See, the problem is that 90% of you guys feel like that you got to go out there and sell the information. See, PS3 doesn't say pique interest, sell information. PS3 states share information. That's the only thing different from what my organization has done compared to other people's organization. But now that they're seeing that shout outs are happening and people are creating leads, well, guess what? We're still implementing the PS3. Okay. So there's different ways you could go about this, but my whole goal was duplication. See, network marketing doesn't matter what works for you. Network marketing only cares about what duplicates. Always remember that. That phrase right there, well, as long as that always sticks in your head, that's what's going to make you a lot of money for the long term. If you want to make long-term residual, always remember, find the tool that creates duplication, right? And that's what the nuggets that we're giving you here tonight. It's the duplication that we're showing you. Just show it, learn with the 10 to teach, all right? Last but not least, this is so important, guys, right? If you're out here piquing an interest, then you're out here doing the 1 through 10, and then you're out here closing them. Well, yeah, you might just be that good to sell me, and I might sign up, but you're never going to hear from me. Why? Because I'm going to go out there and do exactly what you just showed me. What you did to me, I'm going to go do to everyone else. And you're like, man, this person never gets on training calls. This person never uses me for a three-way call. Why? Because you never did it. I still, to this day, do a three-way call. My top leaders still use me for a three-way call. Why? They're signing up people, and I just end it with, can you do what Hanzo just did? Well, Hanzo didn't do anything. He told me to watch this overview and got me on the phone. Right? That's duplication. That's real. The traditional network marketing, that's all I did in building my business. Now, when I implement social media and shout outs and everything else that what I've already built off of, that's what takes you to senior vice president. Okay. So very key. Three-way is by utilizing an upline or expert. All right. So the understanding is that you have trust with your prospect. Me and Hanzo have trust. He trusts me, but he don't know me to be an expert in credit restoration. That's everybody's problem. No one knows you to be an expert in credit repair or a business owner, right? Last time I saw you, you were working at Starbucks, right? What are you talking about, entrepreneurship? But if I edify my upline, right? If I edify my upline, okay, now that person is going to respect that individual because they trust me. I super edify Hanzo. He's one of the top producing vice presidents. He's helping thousands of people across the country. He has 100% of the information, and he's going to be able to answer any questions that you have, right? If I told that to one of my friends, now they're going to be like, well, man, I want to hear what this Hanzo guy got to say. You can't just be like, hey, this is Hanzo. Hanzo, this is James. James, like, I don't give a damn who Hanzo is. Why'd you bring him on the phone, right? That's, guys, you got to learn these simple things. PS3 edification, Hanzo will attest because he's been in the industry. This is what makes you a lot of money in network marketing. PS3 edification. Why? Because it creates duplication, right? You got to simplify it, okay? So that is the most important thing that I wanted to talk about. You got to go out there and figure out, why did you get started in this business, right? Why did you get started in this business? That's the most important thing. Once you can identify why you got started in the business, then you have to stay consistent to be able to finish what you started, right? You're trying to lose weight. You got to find out why you're trying to. Then you got to stay consistent so you can get to the finish line. See, no quitter ever crosses the finish line, period. I've never seen it happen in my life, right? So very important, guys, stay consistent to what you're doing. Find your why. Your why should make you cry. Look, I'll share right here my why right now. So you know why you'll never see me quit in this business? Look at those two girls right there. You think I could quit on those girls? I can never, ever quit on those girls. It's why, guess what? The most important thing is that in this industry, there's only 156 people on this webinar. They say that 70% of you guys, between 70 and 80%, you guys won't be here next year. Prove the system wrong. Prove it wrong. That's the only mindset that I could tell you, because that's what they state. 70, 80% of you guys that are on this webinar won't be here next year. Why? Because you're not willing to go pay the price. You're not willing to learn and earn along the way, right? You're not willing to be a student of the industry. You're willing to just go work for someone else and let someone else tell you what to do. Well, if you're that person, the heck with that. I don't care if it took me 5, 10 years to get to where I'm at today, because I already had that mindset 17 years ago, guys. Understand, I joined network marketing in 2002. That was my mindset 17 years ago, right? I'll tell you this, 2 years, you grind this business. You grind this business 2 more years, right? Learn with intent to teach. Teach to teach. I promise by the end of 2020, we'll all be at the beach, and you'll never be beating the streets, okay? But if you don't find duplication, you're always going to be beating the streets. You're always going to out there be doing, man, I gotta create leads. I got to unlock these cabs. No, I'm talking about 2 years from now. I'm sitting at the beach and watching my business grow, my bank account grow, right? And I'm sitting back enjoying time with my family. This is what network marketing is all about. It's creating duplication so you can take yourself out of the way, create the next layers of leaders so you don't have to always be doing what you're doing today. Otherwise, just stay at your job. You're going to keep on doing that regardless. I didn't do this for this. I'm not creating this business so I could be doing the same thing 2 years from now, right? And I'm being dead serious, guys. I'm so passionate about helping every single one of you guys. When Hanzo and I talked about, how can we share nuggets with each other's organization, I was down for it. This is a no-brainer, right? But it's all about helping more people, guys. Man, I don't even want to get emotional, but what we've been able to do in just 22 months, guys, has been life-changing for me, right? I'm so grateful and thankful for FES, but I'm grateful and thankful for my team, because without that duplication process, we wouldn't be able to sit back. And I'm not sitting back. I just relaunched my business, guys. I literally relaunched my business. My list is in the other room. It's over 500 people. Man, I wrote lists of 200 my first time. My list now is 500. I'm going after everything they said that I couldn't have. If you don't reach out to your network of people, my network of people is going to find your network of people. That's how serious I am. I'm being dead serious, guys. If you don't take this business serious, right, it's just going to be a hobby for you. They're going to pay you hobby money, right? What this company can do for you, I promise you, in 2 years, if you just work as hard as you are at your job, where you don't want to be, and you can implement that same thing into this business and focus. Follow one course until success, not follow 10 courses, not saying, oh, I'm going to launch this business, I'm going to launch this business, and then I'm going to launch this business. Let me get a position over here and a position over here. No, focus. Follow one course until success. That's what changed the game for me, guys, right? It changed the game. So hopefully you guys gain nuggets. I know what my team is about to do. We're about to implement social media, because I always drilled on them, stick to the system, stay plugged in, get to the local meetings, get to the trainings. Like this this weekend, we're all going down to Fort Lauderdale, right? You got to be at the trainings, guys. Convention. My whole team's going to be at the convention. We got to be there. It's not a choice. It's not an option. You got to be there if you're going to be part of this business. If you're going to take this business to the next level, right? You got to step out of that comfort zone. You got to step out of that box that you're normally inside and take yourself out of it. Once you take yourself out of it, amazing things starts happening. Why? Because you're used to what's already happening there. Change something drastic in your life and things will happen totally different. Like if you put your sock on left to right foot, start putting your sock on right to left. I mean, it's so silly, but you got to change something, because what you're doing is not working out, right? So hopefully you guys gain a bunch of nuggets. I'm super fired up. My team knows we relaunched. Like 2019 was the relaunch of all of our businesses, right? I'm striving for 5 right now, right? It's very important that you do that, right? Why is Regional Vice President doing it? Why is Coach Legend Vice President doing it? Because we know the magnitude of what we have, the enormity of what we have in our hands, guys. Don't take it lightly. We'll see every single one of you guys to the top. Thank you guys so much. Let's run 2019. Let's grab it by the horns and let's own your business and run it like a business. And I'll pay you like a CEO. We'll see you guys all at the top. See you at convention. Have a good night.
Woo!